right, welcome to the Pinhoti Mafia live stream. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the first Pinhoti Mafia live stream. So happy to be here, man. We have got the band back together. I'm telling you what, I'm so stoked to be here tonight. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Awesome.
Excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we're all here. You know, we don't get to do this live face-to-face stuff that often, but it's so nice to see you guys. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing you in just a few weeks. We are going to be talking about none other than Pinhotifest, but we got a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about here tonight, and I'm just so excited to be here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure we have everybody introduced. I know that some of these people really don't need any introduction, but in case you can't read, how about Jabin, you kick things off? Just announce what you're doing lately. What's going on, my friend?
Well, just got back from Utah and doing the Unite. I'm sounding like Crow. You called it the Utah Highline Trail. We just got back from the Uinta Highline hike and with Pax a lot, and it was a great hike. It was an outstanding hike, one of the prettiest places I've ever hiked in my life. So it was worth it.
It was beautiful, beautiful. I heard you were hiking with a few celebrities too, right? I mean, that must have been nice to share that experience with such a great crew, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Obviously, I name dropped the biggest name. As the crow flies hiking.
All right.
The myth, the legend.
Pax a lot. He hosted us, and then Cash Max. He hiked a day with us, and then Beagle with Beagle's Outdoor Adventures. That's right, Crow. I called him Paul when he hiked with us. Or camped with us.
Outdoor Adventures with Beagle. Yeah,
that's it. But the biggest celebrity was Backpacker Bob.
That guy shows up everywhere, man, right?
Yeah, that's right. We actually dropped him off at a place called Skinwalker Ranch at the gate, and maybe we'll hear back of him, so we'll see.
That place sounds kind of sketchy, man, for sure.
Like, yeah.
I mean, just looking at some of these pictures, it doesn't look like Backpacker Bob's going to be coming back anytime soon, man.
Yeah, he may come back glowing. I don't know, or being probed.
Somebody said he started a cult out there, so I don't know.
Yeah,
he's drinking the Kool-Aid or the Pepsi, as they say, right?
That's right.
Well, speaking of hiking, I know a friend of mine's been making a lot of phone calls. Squilly, I saw your video. I'm sorry, man. I wanted to go hiking, but you know how it is in the South, brother.
Yeah, I know. In the South, it's hotter than 2 buckets of Hades. Hiking, especially doing something overnight, that's basically a no-go. So I was making some phone calls to all my friends here, and trying to get them to go hiking. They all had real lame excuses. I'm not sure they can get any worse.
Well, I heard a few of them. I know I gave you one, man. I'm telling you, my passport, it seems like it just doesn't work going to Alabama these days. I mean, I tried to get it renewed in time, but I'm just sorry. I can't be making that kind of travel without a passport, brother.
Strict laws here in Alabama. We don't let the riffraff
That's right.
in.
Well, speaking of laws in Alabama, what you been up to, Stretch? What's next for you, man?
Well, like Squid said, it's too hot to hike. I've been trapped in the basement on work Zoom calls. And I'm dying for football weather and hiking weather. So it's upon us. Here we are. We're in September. Excited to see everybody in person at Pinhotifest, but also pretty much dying to get out on the trails. It's been a couple months.
A couple months. Have you put on some weight? I mean, you're a pretty skinny guy, but have you put on any weight? What's going on?
No summer weight for me. I've been chasing little kids out cutting the grass and sweating here in Alabama, but no weight for me. I'm in trail shape, ready to rock and roll.
Well, speaking of trail shape, probably the most intense hiker of all time, man. I'm telling you, needs no introduction. The beast himself, Leonidas on the trail. We finally caught up with you. I mean, 30 miles a day. How much did you do today?
Yeah, I actually took a break today. Tried to be lazy. Took a day off training, so got to every once in a while. But
The only way you catch up with Leonidas is you wait for him to lap you.
He's actually on his way back. He's he's doing a yo-yo. Like when you're going one way, he's like, you don't need a shuttle driver when you got Leonidas. He's like, no, don't worry. I'll come pick you up. I'm going to go out that way and I'll be back in a few. So no problem. Same time.
Keys. That's right. I'll get you.
So anything new for you, my friend? What's next on your agenda?
Doing a hike with the family coming up on the Art Lobe since last year that was a bust. And then I'm potentially going to do a hike with a pretty big name in FKTs. Hopefully, if that works out, depending on some stuff he's got going on. So we may be doing the Bartram Trail. And then after that, if it works out, I'll hopefully get to do the Ouachita Trail this year. May try and push for an FKT. I don't know yet. We're just going to get out there and play it by ear and see what happens. So.
Well, what mileage are you on the Appalachian Trail? What mileage have you gotten to at this point? Are you going to be doing any more sections on the AT this year?
Not this year. We made it to 730.7, so we made it to Daleville. But Stumbelina's knee, her good knee, was acting up, and the last morning we were on trail was when the young guy fell off near McAfee Knob and died. So we kind of, between those two things, just kind of decided that it was maybe time to get off trail this year. So spent 2 days, got 30 miles knocked out, spent some time with some cool people, got to catch up with some people in Daleville we knew. And so then on the way home, we took a long way, got to see some friends we hadn't seen in 20 years. So worked out pretty good. So.
Well, speaking of things coming up in the upcoming year, obviously we've got the crew from the Alabama Triple Crown. You know, this was part of how we actually got introduced to the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. We all did this event last year. Crow, thank you for putting this together. Got some big questions for you. Looking at 2023, is there going to be another Alabama Triple Crown, and what are your plans for this event?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it again. I don't know who will show up or who wants to do it, but since it's just 3 days, it's not a real huge commitment other than the pounding on the knees and the ankles. But we may go the opposite direction. We may start with the Sipsey and then go to Oak Mountain, then go to Chiha. I don't know, but I would say February or March. Still looking at dates and see if anybody wants to do it. It'll probably be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everybody's up for the challenge. It's 3 20-mile days, and it's the guys that came down from the Northeast, they thought Alabama was flat. It's not flat.
Not flat.
They learned a lesson, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, it's not easy. I mean, so people that are attempting this, if you could give them any advice, because it is 20 miles back to back, what would you tell someone if they're attempting to do the Alabama Triple Crown over 3 days? Because, not everybody can be busting out 50 miles a day like Leonidas, So, I mean, what would you advise someone that is thinking about doing the Alabama Triple Crown? What would you give them in terms of advice if they're planning to do this?
I would just say do some day hikes, with some elevation on it. Obviously our elevation is not that steep. The problem is, I think a lot of our trails are just straight up when there is elevation. So, I mean, you may only have less, 800, 900 feet climbs, but there's not a lot of switchbacks on the stuff that we do. And then the Sipsey is flat. And that's why we had it as the third day, because it was a lot flatter than the other two. So the Chiha day has that big up twice, once at the beginning, once at the end. So just do some day hikes and, get ready to do some traveling. You got to go between the trails each night. So,
yeah, it's true. Well, I'm excited. If there is an event, I think I'm going to be doing it. I'm hoping that maybe we can do it opposite way, or just maybe do some switching it up. That way it's not as predictable, like the same kind of format, add a little spice to it. I mean, who knows? But the next question I have for you guys is, I'm sure we've all picked up some new gear over the past few months. And I would love to hear if there's any new pieces of gear that you've picked up that you want to share from anybody in particular, or any particular brands that you feel are really good in terms of quality that you're using on a regular basis.
I picked up 2 pieces of new gear. I got
All right.
I got a Montbell rain jacket after I saw Stretches on the Alabama Triple Crown, and it's got pockets up high. So when you got your belt, you got your waist belt tightened, you
Mhm.
can still get to it. So I thought that was real innovative, and it worked out well. Just this past trip on the the Uinta Highline Trail, when we got held on for 3 straight hours and stood underneath the tree, and Crow almost died. And we'll talk about that later. And then my other piece of gear is a new Z-Packs 30-degree sleeping bag. Wink, wink. Thanks, Metro, for passing along a message to Matt at Z-Packs. That worked out really, really well. So, but I may be in the market for a new backpack after this most recent trip. It's after 6 hiking seasons. I think my custom Art Blast black on black is maybe done for.
Loving it. Loving it.
Maybe they can put it in the Z-Packs museum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Matt will probably ask for it back. He doesn't want people seeing it.
It's a one of a kind.
It is.
It is a one of a kind.
Well, the next question I had, so you said backpacks, you haven't made up your decision on which pack you're going to get, you said?
I'll probably go back to the Art Blast. I can't go away from it, but I'll probably end up doing one of their new materials. So Z-Packs and Matt and the crew there, they've always been good to me, and they've always been loyal to me, and so I'm going to do the same thing back to them. So I just can't get away from the arc in the back. I cannot get away from it.
Hey, before we get going any further, I want to give a shout out to some of the people who have been joining us. I've been seeing some of the chats. You know, what's up, PFAM5, Terry Young Outdoors, Atypical Hiker, Backpacking Burls. Let's see who else. Senior Hiker 77. What's up, my friend? It looks like we've had a pretty good crowd. Cash Max, what's up, my friend? Loving it, loving it. So thank you guys for joining us here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Anybody else want to talk about some new gear that you guys have picked up?
I've got a new.
Oh, go ahead, bro. That's good.
Well, I've got a new. What am I trying to say? I've got a new day pack, but I've got a video coming out on it in the next week or two. So I'm not going to give away what it is, but it is not the Waymark Mile.
Ooh, now it's getting intriguing. So when does that video come out, Squidly? I'm interested.
I think it's coming out in 2 Sundays from now.
So 2 weeks. We got to hold in suspense for 2 weeks.
That's right.
And then Stretch, you said you have some new gear you picked up?
Yeah, I mean, nothing amazing. Feathered Friends got me one of their little down parkers, which is hard to get these days. They had a run, and I was able to snag one. Uber light pad. Trying to give that a go in sort of these hotter months, these sort of early fall, late spring months. Cut down on some weight and help with the temperature, but nothing changing to the big 3. What's been working's been working. Let's keep riding that.
Loving it.
I picked up one of those Gone Boy folding saws for when we do our more relaxing trips. I've been one of those.
All of our trips are relaxing to you, Leonidas.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's relaxing to you?
Okay. Anyway, so I picked up one of those. I've been wanting to get one, but that price went up to like $50 at one point, and I just didn't want to pay that. So Amazon sent me an email the other day, and they were selling one for $25. So I decided
send me the link on that. Yeah. I want the link on that.
Yeah, I'll see if it's still at that price because I bought it a couple weeks ago. But it's nice. It comes in like a clear plastic case with a belt clip. It's pretty nice.
Crow, didn't you get a new pair of shoes recently? How are those working out, man?
Did not work out. You know what? J-Ben told me, he's like, yeah, the temps are not going to work for you. And I was like, well, they were like $60 or something. They were going out for the 4s or whatever. I was like, they'll be fine. Nope, it didn't work out.
Was it too tight in the front of the foot, like where your toes going across the top of your foot in the foot box? How did that feel?
No, it was just the it's just a stack. I'm just so used to Olympus. I just couldn't get used to that stack. It was, and we were on rocks for 8 days or 9 days. And they fell apart. I mean, they literally looked like I'd had them for about a year when I got done with 10 days on the Uintas.
So does your people at REI know you when you walk in? Like you're like, oh, here comes Crow. He's going to be trying to return some shit again. Oh, sorry.
They're like, hey, don't you hang out with that guy over in Marietta that brings stuff in?
Yeah. User of the policy.
Yeah.
They got you tagged. They're like, oh, Crow's back again. Let me guess. The temps didn't work out this time.
364 days later.
That's the first thing I've ever taken back to REI. But the lady looked at him. She goes, golly, how long have you had these shoes? I was like, 8 days.
Did you give her a sticker?
Yeah, of course. You know, David knows I'm going to give her a sticker.
Of course, he's the hiking evangelist. He evangelizes his channel. That's why he's at 4 million subscribers now. Everybody gets a sticker.
I love it. I love it. Well, all right. So I got Crow. Unless you got some new gear you want to plug, I know you always have new stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to just talk about the shoe. Is there anything else that you picked up recently?
Sponsored by Amazon.
No, I did. Let's see. The only thing I got new is that Nemo tensor pad, and I like it just because it's quieter than the Thermarest.
Yeah, it is quieter.
Yeah, but I don't know. I use the Thermarest X-Lite on the Uintas, and I don't know. I like it better. I know that's contradictory to what everybody else says, but I like it better.
I mean, it's always good to switch it up with the sleeping pad, because if you're not happy in a good night's sleep, it ain't good hiking, period. I mean, I don't know how much you sleep on trail anyway, but if the pad's not that great, it's going to definitely put an impact on you. Well, I have a couple pieces that I picked up. Right here is the Little Diggler. It's called the Dirt Diggler. I call it the Little Diggler because it's the smaller one. I think it's funnier to call it the Little Diggler. But I did do a comparison. I'm actually going to do a video on this soon between the two deuces. It's like the deuce versus the Diggler. I'm like, oh, it could be a cool video. I was like, but this does weigh a little bit more, but I actually do like the way it's shaped. I feel like it doesn't cut into your hand like this one does. I don't know if you guys use the deuce of spades, but for those that are watching this, I guess I should go into a bigger screen so I'm not like talking in this little box here to show you what it looks like. Is it going to work? There it goes. Yeah. So again, you can kind of see some differences. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Here you go. You can see, obviously, one's more pointed than the other. Definitely agree. And I guess I could show you how it fits into the little poop bag I got here. No problem. Fits perfectly. Loving that. And this other one kind of points into it to Ben's point. So I was like, yeah, that actually worked out. He actually gave this to me at for free. He did a live cast, but I definitely think that I would swap it out if you guys are in the market. I don't know. I think it's cooler. It doesn't hurt my hand and so forth. But the other thing I picked up, I'm pretty sure you probably saw it as well, but it was the dog bone. Have you guys seen this? The PCT?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You guys have this yet?
No, I use a stick.
Yeah, or I got a toggle from Dutchware that I use.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've never used the PCT style hang before. I mean, I don't know if I'm just like, oh, I just throw it over and tie it up, but it makes sense. It seems a lot easier to me. So I'm going to be trying this out soon. So I thought that's kind of cool. But sleeping pads.
That's my preferred way of bear bag hanging is the PCT style.
That's the way to go, right?
It's the way to go. Yeah, definitely. Unless you're Leonidas and then you just got a food can.
You eat almost all your food on day one anyway. You're just like, and then you just burn it off the rest of the way. You're like,
all he needs is a day one to finish the whole trail anyway.
Yeah.
See you suckers. I'll see you later.
I'm eating pizza. Call me when you need a ride.
Yeah. Hunt's Pizza.
Check that. The pizza's gone, bro. Pizza's gone. Well, one other announcement I want to make. I just hit 3,000 subscribers. So if anybody's watching this, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. I can't believe I got 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 people have actually said, I want to see your content. So thank you for that. I haven't been hiking either, Squidly. Sorry I didn't get my passport, but I did want to mention that I recently had a change in my life. I adopted a dog.
Okay.
See what I did there? It makes sense. What? Why? No. But it is different how it impacts your responsibility. So all of you guys have kids. I do not. So always had this newfound freedom. And now a dog is like, oh, you're not going anywhere today. So one thing I want to share before we get on to the next, which is the focus of today's call. We're talking about Pinhotifest. The last thing I want to mention is the dog has only been here 1 month. And I just got my floors done. Just got them done. Guess what the dog did to my floors?
Scratched it.
Oh, he ate the first stair coming into my house. Like, you open the door, that grand entrance is like, ta-da, new floors, and you have a dog. He just ate it. So I'm like, oh man. So the joys of parenting, you guys have, peaks and valleys. I got my first case of that. And so I can empathize with what you guys go through. So it's hard to get out there. I'm looking forward to hiking season. To everyone's point in the South, it's hard to get out there. So last year we did that loop on the Pinhoti, which is the build up to Pinhotifest, which is in a few seconds. Let's talk about that. It was October, and how hot was it out there on the Pinky Burns to wherever we got off trail? I can't even remember the name of the trailhead.
I remember you were so sweaty. It's like, did Metro go swimming in a creek and we didn't know?
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Have to carry Crow out of there.
Yeah, that was when we got our car broken into and everything. That was that one.
Yeah. Actually, you got your car broken into, but somebody we know got their car stolen.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised you didn't keep that just for when you got the car back. I'm surprised you didn't wrap it with some crazy hey, it's Leonidas on the trail. This is the craziest car ever. Or do something just as a novelty, just to remember the good old days.
I was actually painting it blaze orange before it hydro-locked the motor.
What happened to the motor?
One of the roads near here flooded. It rained real bad, and it sucked a whole ton of water into the engine and destroyed. It blew a hole through the block, bent all four of the rods. I mean, it just toasted it.
Well, unfortunately that happened. Crow, I'm glad you got your car, didn't have too much damage to it. But yeah, that does remind everybody when they go out to anywhere to always use caution, to always pay attention to your surroundings. Yeah, you're out there in nature. Just make sure you are conscious of what's out there. Obviously, we've seen some other things happen recently in the news. We don't need to go into detail about that, but just use caution when you're out there in the woods and so forth, especially with different characters you might run into on trail. I'm sure we've all run into a few randos, and it happens from time to time. But remember, that's the way of the trail. There's always going to be all kinds of personalities out there on the Pinhoti or anywhere you go. But
hey, is Jason Outdoors on here? Is he on the list?
Jason Outdoors. No, not on this thread.
Yeah, because I was just going to say a shout out in relation to that. When I got my car broken into, and then we did the Alabama Triple Crown, everybody was asking me what they got out of my car, and they literally stole everything, including a bag of Starlight Mints out of my door. And so I was telling Jason Outdoors that at the Alabama Triple Crown. And then a week later, he sent me a bag of Starlight Mints in the mail.
That's cool, man. See, he's dialed in, man. I like that.
Good guy.
They got my brand new $10 umbrella that I left in there because I thought, well, it's not going to rain. So I put it in Crow's vehicle and it got stolen.
But they didn't get my Gossamer Gear $30-$40 umbrella. That remember it was still in there.
Yeah,
so
they left your high dollar one and took my cheap one.
Yeah.
Did Crow's insurance reimburse you for that squid? For that umbrella?
No, my lawyer will be taking it up with him later.
Yeah, $12 deductible.
Dang.
Yeah.
You already admitted how much it was. You said $10.
That was an exaggeration.
Hilarious.
Metro. That story is a good it's a good segue to the to Nathan and the team and the community on the Pinhoti Trail, because you know, Jay Ben woke up with a bunch of texts to let us know, and got on the bat phone, and we only had to hike out a short hike and got picked up, and
Yeah, that's right.
appreciative to the community. Go ahead, Jay Ben.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I woke up, like you said, I had all those texts, and I was like, crow. It was an interesting hike. You can check it. I actually put the text thread that Nathan was sending me on my video of that hike last fall. But it was interesting. So I wouldn't want to relive it, but it was interesting.
Yeah, always grateful for those helping out others on trail. I mean, that is the way of the world when it comes to being out. And obviously, we all come together from time to time from our experiences on the trail to reunite for events. I think that everyone can see this on screen here. It's coming up in just a couple weeks, Pinhotifest by the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. There's going to be a lot of people there, guys. I'm so excited to just bring this to you. This is the first annual Pinhotifest, and Nathan and Kim over at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center did a great job to organize this. There's going to be a lot of people there. I don't know if you checked out their Facebook page, but they're going to have a lot of people, a lot of guests and so forth. Let me refresh this here. So we got the latest and greatest. I don't know if my internet's, obviously my internet hasn't cut out too much, but I'm waiting for a reload. I guess I've got too much going on over here. Anyway, as that's pulling up, a lot of speakers. I heard Dixie from Homemade Wanderlust is going to be there. Anybody else you guys want to mention? Anything else you've heard in terms of vendors and things of that nature? I've heard there's going to be some great vendors there.
Food trucks.
Food trucks.
They had me at food trucks.
Hopefully have tacos, right?
They're going to have a raffle or a drawing with some giveaways. And I know that Matt told me that Z-Packs is donating some stuff. They're not going to be able to be there, but they are donating some stuff for the raffle. So maybe next year they'll be there.
So again, September 23rd through the 25th is going to be Pinhotifest. Again, put on by the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. I tried to refresh their Facebook page. I think it finally loaded here. No, nothing. So
just kidding.
Just kidding. But something yeah, well, things that did load up. If you guys have not heard of the Alabama Triple Crown, make sure you check out more information about that. There's lots of videos out there. I think every one of us did a hashtag on most of our videos. It looks like this broadcast actually got indexed already. All right, pretty cool. It's out there on Google already. But again, hashtag Alabama Triple Crown. If you put that in on Google, you'll be able to find a lot of videos. A lot of them are on all of our channels. All of us did film, for the most part, that experiences both at Cheehaw, Oak Mountain, and the Sipsey Wilderness. So if you're looking for more information on the Alabama Triple Crown, make sure you check that out. And there is this video from As the Crow Flies Hiking, the introduction to the Alabama Triple Crown. Make sure you check that out. Also, guys, make sure if you are not already subscribed to the one, the only As the Crow Flies Hiking, make sure you go ahead and check out his channel and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure you put a like button on this episode. We would like to do this again in the future, so make sure you let us know your thoughts. Put a comment down below if you enjoyed this live stream. It was new for all of us. We're having a good time. And again, just making sure everyone gets shout outs as we go through this. J-Ben Hikes, again, he's got some new videos coming up pretty soon. J-Ben, when is your next video coming out from your latest adventure?
On Monday, the Uinta Highline Trail, I'm going to start dropping those videos. There's going to be 7 or 8 of them. So we're going to start on Monday. So be looking for the Uinta Highline Trail on Monday. You can see Timpanogos there. That was a hike, acclimation hike that are acclimatization. How you say that? That Crow and I did coming from Alabama. So that got us up to 11,000 feet. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. So Gone Feral with Squidly. Squidly, what's next for you? I know you got that upcoming gear review on your new backpack. Anything else you want to throw out there before we kick it off for tonight?
Nothing. I don't think anything groundbreaking or earth shattering. So I'll just leave it at that. I've got a couple of gear reviews coming up.
Nice. And then moving over to Leonidas. If you haven't seen his channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Excellent hiker. If you can catch up with him, he is super fast on trail, but he is an incredible person when he's having one of his more laid back, fun hikes just to shoot the breeze with. He will be up late night around the campfire. Again, great person, great videos. Make sure you check out his channel, Leonidas on Trail. And if you don't mind, it would be nice if you are enjoying today's video, please make sure you hit the like button and maybe even share this if you'd like. That'd be nice to get the word out for Pinhotifest. We really appreciate all the support we've been getting on our videos, but make sure you check out, obviously, the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. Oh, it loaded. It finally loaded. Nice. The Pinhoti Outdoor Center. Make sure you check out their Facebook page, like it, share it with a friend. If you ever need help while you're out there on the Pinhoti, great resource to have. Lots of information on their site. And again, if you're looking for more information on the upcoming Pinhotifest, make sure you check out Crow's video, as you see here, for an additional resource. And I believe they have all the speakers here: Dixie, Corey, Alyssa, Jeff, and Liz. Lots of speakers, food trucks, the whole 9 yards. Again, if you need any more information, check out the Pinhoti Outdoor Center Facebook page. Stretch, I know that you don't have a channel. Is there anything you want to shout out before we kick it off for the night?
No, all's good. I look forward to guest appearances in everyone else's channel. Let you guys do all the hard work.
Paid appearances.
All of the editing, right? It never ends.
And the walkbacks and
Yeah.
Nice, real nice.
All right, guys, we'll stick around. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast now. Thank you to everyone that came out for today's episode. Again, make sure you check out #Alabama Triple Crown, the Pinhoti Fest coming up in just a few weeks. Again, checking out the Pinhoti Outdoor Center as a resource on Facebook for more information. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it. Hey, guys, to stick around. I'll see you in the green room. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.